this would be the high oblique sit. You're gonna have your legs kind of crossed, almost like you're making like a diamond from knee to knee. You're gonna stack your hand underneath your shoulder, and you're gonna kind of shift your body weight out to let your shoulder rise a little bit, like you're kind of putting more pressure on the outside of your hand. And you should get this nice kind of C curve on this side, like your side bent to this top side. You should feel like this is nice and opened up. You might feel a bit of a stretch. We're just gonna take a nice inhale through our nose with our head neutral. And then on your exhale, you're gonna push through the ground to make your arm long and push your weight back over to the other side. And then rinse and repeat. Shift back out, shoulder up, C curve, inhale. Really feel these ribs open up. Exhale, push away. I do a couple rounds of 5 breaths. He may have done it in a static way where you're just hanging out over there and breathing, and that's totally fine. I like it active as well, so the inhale and then the exhale, push, and then rinse and repeat. This would just be quadruped breathing. I would aim for your knees being stacked underneath hips, hands stacked underneath shoulders. Head's nice and neutral. I would just look a little bit ahead of your fingers, and then you just want to get a little bit of a reach. So opposed to being, this would be the far opposite end of the spectrum, kind of with your torso falling towards the ground. You want to just lightly push through your knees and through your hands into the ground to lift your torso up. You don't want to cat, you don't want a cat position. You just want to lightly reach to keep your torso up. If you get it right, you'll feel a little bit of your serratus. You shouldn't be super shrugged up. You'll feel a little bit of that protraction, like you're separating your shoulder blades apart, and then you're just holding this position, head neutral, breathing in. I would really focus on the breath, whether it's the inhale or the exhale, you're not collapsing down. So the whole time you're keeping this height. Especially on the exhale. On the exhale, you're gonna wanna collapse down. Same song and dance, I do a couple rounds, 5 or so breaths, just keeping the reach. You're not going all the way into the cat position, but just arms are pushed into the floor, knees pushed into the floor a little bit, and you're just working on getting good breaths in. And then this would be an exercise to get a little bit of the triceps working, especially kind of nice and high going towards the shoulder. You could use a bench like this, similar to the quadruped breathing. The support arm, you want to get a nice reach through, so you're not, again, collapsing down like this. You're reaching through that arm, even through the knee a little bit on the bench. And then arm's gonna be equal with your torso, like this, and you're gonna work on just extending the elbow back. I would get a breath in that top position. Just like that. Important things, reach through the support arm to keep your torso up. Extend just the elbow, don't crank the arm up like this. You're keeping that arm on the torso, just extend the elbow. And I would keep the shoulder a little bit de-shrugged. And then again, if you want, you can add the breathing in the held extended position. Breathe in, you should feel it come into that pec a little bit. Exhale as you come back down. A couple sets, 8 to 10 reps.